Hello everybody. I thought I'd do an update on this 2011 Bradford white water heater, and since I made that original video it hasn't gone out anymore. It stayed lit just fine. Well, today I'm going to do some preventive maintenance on it, so hopefully I can have that not happen again, because that's kind of an unpleasant feeling to go get a shower and the water's not hot. So let's get started. Before I get started, I'm going to just turn everything off, and then I'm going to turn my gas valve off, which is back there. Should be off now. I'll know if it's not, because I'll smell gas. And now I will get started. First, I'm going to remove this cover right here. It just lifts out and kind of wiggle it out of there. All there is to it. Yep, there's that. These just pull off, wiggle them and pull them off. Red is positive, white is negative. Get those out of the way. Now I'll undo the lines from the control, the gas control. There's the gas line, here's the thermocouple. Next, it's time to get the burner assembly removed. One screw there. May have to go get Stubby. I'll be right back. Okay, I got old Stubby. It's 1/4 inch drive, or you can use a slotted screwdriver. Either one will work. If your heater's down in a overflow container like this, you'll have to use a stubby bit. Wouldn't hurt to magnetize it. I can show how I do it. On how I magnetize a screwdriver. I'll take a screwdriver and just pull it one direction. Turn it about a 1/4 turn. Pull, 1/4 turn, pull, away, 1/4 turn, pull. And do that as much as you think is necessary. And then there's a drywall screw right there. Screwdriver's magnetized now. And I apologize if my hand's in the way, but there's 2 screws on the other side, just like on this side. 4 screws are removed. And this is the tricky part. Turn it like that up in there and then just work it out. Just have to rotate it and it'll come out. Not difficult. See, there's a little debris on it, so go ahead and get it cleaned out before I have trouble. Let's see in there on that grate, all that stuff. Really zoom in there. I need to get all that cleaned out. If there's water in there, it's game over. Don't even need to go any further than that. But if it's dry like mine, let's really get in there and get a good look at it. See, mine's all dry in there, if it'll focus. There it goes. See, not a spot of water. That grate or filter or whatever you want to call it just needs to be vacuumed out. Now I'll get the vacuum set up and get that cleaned out. Vacuum's about to be started. And then the burner. And that should be sufficiently cleaned. There are a few specks here and there, but generally it's clean as it needs to be on that little grate. So now I can put this thing back together. Let's get the burner back in. And just twist it and maneuver it until it goes back in. See how it's got to slip in there like that, and then tilt it down, and then we'll zoom out and do that again. Get a wide angle view on it. If you're having trouble getting it out, it's got to come to that point, tilt, and wiggle it. Tilt it again, get it past the doorway, in my case, and just ease it out. Like so. Now let's go back in with it one more time. Your application may be slightly different than mine. Tilt it up like so. Get it in there, tilt it up like so, and then get it where everything lines up. It's just a little wiggling and tweaking it, and it'll all go back into where it needs to go. There. It's in place. We'll just go ahead and start those. get all my screws back in place. Doesn't matter which one. Usually the upper left is the easiest for me since it's easily accessible. There it goes. And again, the 1/4 inch stubby does a fine job in my application. Don't tighten it too much. I'll go ahead and do the upper on the right side. It can be a little tricky. Just requires a bit of patience. And there it is. But I'm not cutting anything out as far as the work goes. There may be a little editing that needs to be cut out, but I'm showing every step how difficult or easy it is to get each screw in. And there's where the magnetized screwdriver would come in handy. I dropped it. Go ahead and get that one going. I can see that one pretty easily. There's where the stubby really comes in handy. And I'll have to go back and tighten all these once I get everything situated. Try this side again. That's being a tough one there. There, I found it. Just had to be tweaked just a little bit. And I apologize if my arm's in the way. I'm just over here tightening this lower right hand screw on the burner assembly. Just get them snug. Don't want to strip them out. Now that the burner screws are tightened, I will tighten these fittings next. Good and snug, not extremely tight, but don't want them to leak. That should be plenty tight. And now, plug all the wires back in. Remember, red is plus and white is negative. And then this one plugs in like that. I think everything is visible. We'll zoom back out. And then I'll put my little wire retainer clip back on. Got the observation window in and the controls. I'm going to turn the gas back on. It's a little bit tricky with this being in the way, to say the least, but I'll get it. Okay, gas is back on. I'm going to turn this light off so I can see the pilot light. To light pilot, press hold knob in pilot position. Press igniter button until pilot lights. Release knob when status light blinks. Okay. I think it lit. I saw it flash in there. It clicked. Status light is flashing. Now I will turn the knob and light it up. I'll run some hot water, see if the burner lights off. I put the control back where it was. And there it goes. You can see the nice blue flame reflecting on that lower grate. Put that cover back on now. Turn that light back on. It's just a matter on mine. Gotta swing it up into that notch. And just like that, the water heater is serviced. And as a last little bit, I'm going to go ahead and check this, make sure it's not leaking. I've got my soapy water. I've been told this is not necessary, but for my own preference, I like to just do it. I don't see any bubbles. I've just got some soapy water mixed up as before. I think we're good to go. And that's that. I'll clean up my mess. I'm going to go ahead and do the final vacuuming. We'll zoom out, make sure everything's good and clean. and I am satisfied with that. So once again, this has been a thorough in-depth video of servicing the 2011 Bradford White water heater so I don't get stuck with a cold shower. Let's look at some of the directions on here. How to light it and all that good stuff. And warnings. Here's the LED status on mine. And that will kind of give an idea of what's going on with the codes. Mine's flashing green, so periodically, so everything's good. And the water's still heating, so thank you for watching.